So guys, do you need an expensive mentorship or course to do well in ecom? Well, the answer to that is it depends, because how quickly do you want to get results? And the problem with doing everything on your own and using YouTube videos and this, that and the other is you're going to make mistakes. And with a mentorship program, depending on how good it is, you should be able to mitigate any huge mistakes to speed up your journey, essentially. Because the principles of business is essentially failing over and over again until you find what works. But if you can remove a lot of that risk and uncertainty with mentorships or people that have already done it and people who are in a position that you want to be, then you can speed up your progress. I've personally spent over £40,000 on mentorships, and some of them have been good, some of them haven't been. One of them in particular was £10,000, and it taught me the basics. It got me to making my first few sales online. But from that, I really struggled to get any more information from what they were teaching. I mean, they used to do weekly webinars and Zoom calls and like masterminds, but every single one was super basic. And I stayed for a while because I thought, eventually they're going to start teaching the more advanced stuff, right? But they didn't, and it just stayed basic. So, blimey. So yeah, it was pretty basic one, and then I was part of another one which was a lot better, because these new guys actually taught me about understanding our audience so much that we can effectively target them with our messaging, in our copywriting, on our website, in our marketing material, to essentially pinpoint the exact person who we want to target. Whereas the other course I was part of used to just say, you test images, put images up. Well, what does that mean? What sort of messaging or what sort of angles are we hitting them with? So I think that's very important for ecom, is understanding your target audience to the point where you can almost know exactly what they had for dinner last night. I mean, that's an extreme, but if you can do that, then you know exactly what to say in your marketing and on your website to really resonate with the customer. So they're more likely to buy. So higher conversion rates, more sales, more money, more profit. The thing I want to point out is I think it's important, if you are going to invest in a mentor, pick one who's actually doing ecom, who's actually in the game right now, building businesses in the trenches, rather than someone who just speaks a lot of theory. Because you can tell the difference, because if someone's actually doing it, you can see their stores, you can see their results, you can see their ads running on social media, you can see their organic social media. They should have a brand, right? So it's just really important to do your due diligence and select a mentor who's credible, because at the end of the day, it's not all about driving flashy cars and having lots of followers on Instagram. As long as that mentor teaches you something you didn't know that improves your store in one way or another, then they're a good mentor, because they taught you something you didn't know and sped up your results. As long as it gave you positive results. There's a lot of gurus going around, and I suppose I'm a guru in a way, because I've created a free community. And I've implemented everything I've learned from these multiple courses and mentorships I've been part of. It's over £40,000 of information condensed into a free community. So if that makes me a guru, then fine. But I wanted to make this information more available and more affordable for people wanting to get in and change their lives, because I was in a position, a couple of years ago where I was stuck at work, wondering how the hell I'm going to get out, and having to invest in all these mentorships. It just wasn't affordable. So the reason I suppose I'm creating this community and this course that I'm doing is to help my younger self out. Just a few years ago, 5 years ago even. Yeah. And if I can do that, then Well, that's just my end goal, is to help as many people like I was 5 years ago, stuck in a job they hate, and not have to remortgage their house or spend ridiculous amounts of money on credit cards and loans just to get information to change their lives. Because when you get to a point where you're leveraging debt so much, you're in a huge hole. So before you even make money in ecom, you're already like minus lots of money. Wouldn't you rather spend that £40,000 on product development or ads and things like that? Because I would. And it took me years to get out of that negative debt, but it just gives you a head start basically. You don't want to invest in lots of pointless courses and expensive mentorships when there's affordable ones out there, the good guys trying to make a difference and help people out. Don't fall for the Instagram gurus that have millions of followers, because guess what? They bought them. Celeb campaigns are a real thing, guys. You literally pay like 5 grand, 10 grand, and you can get like 100,000 followers. How credible would that look on Instagram if I had 100,000 followers? But yeah, oh my god. Right. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whoosh. So it is super beneficial having a mentor. I mean, it's not the be all and end all of success in ecom. You're going to have to apply everything you do learn. And don't get me wrong, you can learn on YouTube. There's so many videos on there for free. But the problem is there's so much shit out there, and there's so many different strategies that you can do, that you're just going to be doing too much. You just need to stick to one strategy for long enough to get success. And that just takes time. Time and action, actually taking action on the information that you're learning. Okay? So, yeah. But if you're interested, guys, sign up to the free community. I'll put the link in the description. It's completely free. So my goal with the community is to help as many people as possible escape the 9 to 5, just like I did, and start making money online. Because there's no better feeling on a Wednesday afternoon than in the forest, walking the dog, not having to worry about work. The work's been done this morning, I'll go back and do a little bit this afternoon. But just having that flexibility and that freedom to work whenever you want, wherever you want. Because if you set ecom up properly, you can work wherever you want in the world. Yeah, you can use fulfillment centers. If you do drop shipping, you don't even need stock. So there's loads of different strategies, loads of different ways of setting this up, which will give you the time freedom, the location freedom, and money freedom, financial freedom. I worked a job for 12 years, and I don't think that's what people should be doing with their life. What sort of life is it to work in a job that you don't really enjoy just to get paid every month so you can afford to live? When there's so many different strategies out there, it doesn't even have to be ecom. There's so many different ways of making money on the internet, leveraging social media, leveraging marketing, leveraging ads, the internet. Why would you choose to work in a traditional job getting basically minimum wage or average wage when the possibilities online are just endless? To me, it just doesn't make sense, but maybe it's because people are not educated on the matter. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people with my community learn more, understand the power of the internet and what we can do in this day and age to make money without having to go to a 9 to 5 or have a traditional job. So the plan with my brand at the moment, my ecom brand, is a stock-based brand in the dog niche, pet niche. We're currently doing a rebrand, and the objective is to essentially rebrand to a slightly more premium looking brand, because at the moment it looks a little bit playful and a little bit tacky. So I started this brand 3 years ago, and it's done alright, but we want to take it to the next level, and to do that we're going to have to rebrand. The logo's changed, the branding's changed. We're going to get new products, more premium looking products that we can charge more for, and we can increase the profit margin as well. So all these things in place. Sometimes you have to do this. It's just playing the game of ecom, learning as you go. So this rebrand is really going to take our results to the next level. It's going to really help us scale, because if the profit margins are there with the products, our ads are performing now, but the problem is the profit margin is not great because there's just not enough margin in the product. So if we can really improve that and improve the average order value and the lifetime value of the customer, it's going to be crazy. We can scale up to silly numbers. So I'm really looking forward to the next couple of years with this brand, see where we can push it. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to do a bit more like vlogging and behind the scenes sort of stuff as we build the brand. I think it would be really cool to document it. So, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. So if you're interested, guys, subscribe to the channel, join the free community. I'll see you inside. It's completely free. If you want to learn anything about ecom, or you need help on anything or support, or you just want to learn how to do ecom from the very beginning, then join. I've got a free course on there, the Ecom Masterclass. I've got tons more ideas to create content around and my own experiences. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.